Time is such a simple, almost primitive idea. It is just a means of communication. We are swaddled in it, cocooned, and there is nothing to stop us tearing off the wadding of centuries that envelop us so that all our awareness should be common, one, simultaneous. Punctuality is the virtue of the bored. I would willingly stand at street corners, hat in hand, begging passers-by to drop their unused minutes into it. Time rushes towards us with its hospital tray of infinitely varied narcotics, even while it is preparing us for its inevitably fatal operation. It haunts me, the passage of time. I think time is a merciless thing. I think life is a process of burning oneself out, and time is the fire that burns you. But I think the spirit of man is a good adversary. Without music to decorate it, time is just a bunch of boring production deadlines or dates by which bills must be paid. We must use time creatively and forever realize that the time is always ripe to do right. The measurement of time is essentially a process of counting. Time is like a river made up of events which happen and a violent stream. For as soon as a thing has been seen, it is carried away, and another comes in its place, and this will be carried away too. Time, which is the author of authors, be not deprived of his due, which is further and further to discover truth. Time itself will come to an end, for entropy points the direction of time. Entropy is the measure of randomness. When all system and order in the universe have vanished, when randomness is at its maximum and entropy cannot be increased, when there is no longer any sequence of cause and effect, in short, when the universe has run down, there will be no direction to time. There will be no time. Wherever anything lives, there is, open somewhere, a register in which time is being inscribed. I see the past, present, and future existing all at once before me. To realize the unimportance of time is the gate of wisdom. Eternity can be affected by what happens in time. The past cannot remember the past. The future can't generate the future. The cutting edge of this instant right here and now is always nothing less than the totality of everything there is. But the puzzle is what happened before time began. Time must never be thought of as pre-existing in any sense. It is a manufactured quantity. Forget that second ticking clock. Time is the seed waiting to fly from the milkweed pod. Time is the speed of a dragonfly. Time is the rabbit's desperate scut. Time's dimensions are hidden in rocks, in wind and rain, but never in clocks. It seems to me that in any operational view of the meaning of natural concept of notion of time must be used as a primitive concept which cannot be analyzed but must be accepted, so that it is meaningless to speak of a reversal of the direction of time. Time which antiquates antiquities and hath an art to make dust of all things. That great mystery of time, were there no other, the illimitable, silent, never-resting thing called time, rolling, rushing on, swift, silent, like an all-embracing ocean tide, on which we and all the universe swim like exhalations, like apparitions which are and then are not. No hammer in the horologe of time peals through the universe when there is a change from era to era. Men understand not what is among their hands. Historical time is a tricky thing. It flows at an ever-accelerating speed, like a river approaching a great waterfall. We must soon learn to cope with the awesome power given to us by the heirs of Copernicus or our species, and all other on the planet are doomed to a painful and purposeless extinction. Were this to happen, only the stars would remain, and what are the stars, after all, without the eyes of man to gaze upon them, or the human mind to contemplate the vastness of their wonders? This same space, the spread of this lawn, what would it be in another 100 years or 1,000? This little space, from the beginning to the end, so crowded with events and only time to hold them apart. We still cannot say what time is. We cannot agree whether there is one time or many times, cannot even agree whether time is an essential ingredient of the universe or whether it is the grand illusion of the human intellect. Time and memory are true artists. They remold reality nearer to the heart's desire. The essence of nowness runs like a fire along the fuse of time. The resulting dichotomy between time felt and time understood is a hallmark of scientific industrial civilization, a sort of collective schizophrenia. Time has no relation to being, conceived mathematically. It would be absurd to speak of circles or triangles as any older today than they were at the beginning of the world. Time is indefinable due to the fact that temporal notions are implicitly involved in all of the basic concepts by means of which we think and talk about the world. Time refuses to be simplified or reduced. You cannot say that it is only found in the mind or only in the universe, that it runs only in one direction or in everyone imaginable, that it exists only in biological substructure or is only a social convention. It is all of these things. What is time then? If nobody asks me, I know. But if I were desirous to explain it to one that should ask me, plainly I know not. Do not compute eternity as light year after year, one step across that line called time. Eternity is here. Time is a relationship that we have with the rest of the universe, or more accurately, we are one of the clocks, measuring one kind of time. Animals and aliens may measure it differently. We may even be able to change our way of marking time one day and open up new realms of experience in which a day today will be 1,000,000 years. Apart from time, there is no meaning for purpose, hope, fear, energy. If there be no historic process, then everything is what it is, namely, a mere fact. It is impossible to meditate on time and the mystery of the creative process of nature without an overwhelming emotion at the limitations of human intelligence. What seekest thou else in the dark backward and abysm of time? The greatest thing about time is that it goes on